Hello everybody. Today we are going to have fun enjoying ourselves analyzing the best 10 test innings of a cricketing icon, greatest cricketer, master blaster Sachin Tendulkar. The first best of the lot to come would be the 114 runs that Sachin made against Australia at Perth in 1992. I would rate this as the best because it was in alien conditions in Australia at the age of 19. In arguably the fastest lethal pitch in those days at the Walker Perth, Australia's quick man would start salivating as soon as their plane crossed into the Western Australia. In 1992, Waka was at his most lethal, but Tendulkar's innings of 114 at the age of only 19 brought Craig McDermott and Merv Hughes to their knees. With wickets tumbling at the other end, the cricketing legend Sachin met challenges head on. The Australian public have loved him ever since. They had glimpses of the future cricketing superhuman at the tender age of only 19. Tendulkar never looked back after that. He went on to become a cricketing god of a country which is so passionate about the game of cricket. The second best innings would be the 146 runs that Sachin made against South Africa at Cape Town on January 2011. For India, there was Tendulkar taking the innings forward when all others, apart from Gautam Gambhir, failed, relying on strength of his mind, faith in his technique, and little bit of luck. His 146 will rank among his finest hundreds because of the rigorous stern examinations he passed. Tendulkar was beaten innumerable times by Stein's outswingers and Sotsobe's extra bounce outside the off stump. And Sachin was cut in half repeatedly by Moni Merkel's jagging incurders. But Tendulkar survived when the ball was swinging and attacked the bowlers whenever opportunity arose. His 176 run stand with Gambhir gave India the edge, which vanished once 4 wickets fell for 43 runs. In Harbhajan Singh, Tendulkar found a fighting partner, and that partnership of 76 runs for the 8th wicket once again helped India claw ahead. The third best innings of the legendary Sachin Tendulkar would be the innings of 169 runs he made against South Africa in South Africa at Cape Town in 1997. Another epic encounter was awaiting for the crowd. It was in an hostile conditions. South Africa racked up 529 in the first innings. The Indians were reduced to 58 for 5. Tendulkar, then approaching his peak, wasted no time in taking 5 back to the Proteas. In partnership with Mohammad Azharuddin, Tendulkar blasted 26 boundaries in his century, almost all of them absolute crackers. The fourth best innings by Sachin Tendulkar would, would be the 155 runs not out he made against Australia at Chennai in 1998. Many of Tendulkar's finest innings were played outside of India or in a losing cause, but his greatest series at home came against world's best team and ended in glorious victory for the home side. With Shenwan at his peak, bowling around the wicket into the rough, Tendulkar used his eye, his feet, and his innovative stroke play to destroy the greatest leg spinner in the history of cricket. Bond later admitted that Tendulkar's fireworks and innovative stroke play left him clueless. An Australian named Tendulkar as the number one in the list of 50 greatest cricketers. Another great innings by a batting supremo. As we go down further to some of the finest innings by a classy batsman, the fifth best innings would be the 136 runs that Sachin made against Pakistan in Chennai in 1999. India were at an unlikely India were set an unlikely target of 271 runs for victory, which looked almost impossible or at least a daunting task when they collapsed to 82 for the loss of 5 crucial wickets. Chronically hampered by back injury, Tendulkar stood firm and refused to accept defeat. Though dogged with great will and astonishing skill, he coaxed India close to winning line before falling to Sakrimishta. Tendulkar wicket prompted an Indian collapse and another superhuman effort and never say die attitude of a sporting icon came to the fore. Though India lost the match, it was a great innings by the Master Blaster. The sixth best innings, according to me, would be the one of 193 runs that Sachin made against England in England at Leeds in 2002. Dravid, Ganguly, and Tendulkar all scored 100 in famous Indian win at Leeds in what was Tendulkar's 99th Test match. This win helped India level series 1-1 against England in alien conditions, continuing the Indian team's upward trend in overseas matches. The seventh best innings would be the 119 runs that Tendulkar made against England at Manchester in 1990. This series will always be remembered for Graham Gooch's great innings of 333 in the first test at Lord's. But that was not the only thing. More was yet to come. For 17-year-old playing in alien conditions and under immense pressure, Tendulkar's century at Old Trafford was arguably even more impressive than Graham Gooch's achievement. India was struggling to avoid defeat on the final day at 127 for 5, but Tendulkar batted for 4 hours with tail to guide India to safety. It was his first 10th century, confirming the arrival of a special talent. The 8th best innings of Sachin Tendulkar, according to me, would be the innings of 177 runs he made against Australia at Bangalore in 1998. The Australian attack continues to suffer from the genius of Tendulkar, with big turn coming in the third test of the series as well. A second innings collapse saw India lose the test match, but this was a dead rubber with the series already won. Tendulkar had scored a whopping 446 runs in the series, more than 100 clear of the second place Navjot Singh Sidhu. The next best innings of Sachin would be the innings of 116 runs that he made against Australia in Australia at Melbourne in 1999. The captaincy never sat on Tendulkar more than when India toured Australia in 1999-2000. Though he was one of the few bright spots of Indians' dismal performance down under. Test 100 number 22 was a beautifully crafted one, but almost inevitably it was solo effort in a losing cause for the Indian team. Last of my top 10 innings, but not the least, would be the innings of 103 not out against England at Chennai in 2008. Probably most emotional and satisfying of Tendulkar's hundreds. It came weeks after the 26/11 terrorist attacks and brought some smiles back to the faces in India. The innings itself was a perfectly crafted one and ended with him getting to his century and India chasing down a target of 387 runs that the Englishmen have set in the fourth innings. Thank you one and all for watching my video on a cricketing superhuman, India's sporting icon Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar. It was my pleasure sharing these videos with great people like you. Thank you once again. Hello everybody, wherever you are. Today I am going to showcase the 10 best ODI innings of a batting genius and a cricketing icon. It's everybody's guess who it is. Yeah, it's none other than Maestro Master Blaster Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar. The first ODI double century that comes to everybody's mind is 200 not out against South Africa. He made this 200 not out in 147 balls against South Africa at Gwalior on 24th February 2010. Tendulkar was exactly 200 not out against South Africa in Gwalior, breaking the previous highest score of 194 held jointly by Zimbabwean Charles Coventry and Pakistan's Saeed Anwar. It was Tendulkar's 46th century in ODI cricket for India. It was a day when Sachin Tendulkar had rewritten history books and entered into history as first double centurion in ODI cricket. The second in my countdown list would be the 175 of 141 balls against Australia at Hyderabad on 5th November 2009. Chasing a mammoth total of 359, Tendulkar pulled out one of the innings of his lifetime and would have seen Indians home if not for a little support from the other members of the team. As wickets tumbles around him, Tendulkar only got stronger and stronger. Tendulkar plundered 19 fours and 4 sixes in his 141 ball knob. The third one that comes to my mind would be the 111 of 101 balls against South Africa at Nagpur in 2011. In the World Cup 2011, Sachin played another gem of an innings and scored against likes of Stein and company. He with Sehwag attacked South African bowlers ruthlessly, hammered every South African bowlers in the vicinity. This will stand out as one of the attacking, entertaining innings ever played by a batsman in one-day cricket. The fourth greatest innings that comes to my mind would be the 98 of 75 balls against arch rivals Pakistan in Centurion on March 2003. In 2003 World Cup in South Africa, Sachin conjured magical 98 of 75 deliveries in a high-intensity clash against Pakistan to extend India's unbeaten streak in the cricket's biggest stage. Riding on Saeed Anwar's century, Pakistan posted 273 in 50 overs. A formidable total considering the bowling attack, which comprises of Wasim, Waqar, Shoaib Akhtar, Razak and Shahid Afridi. Tendulkar cut the legendary Akram for 4 before unleashing genius on world's fastest bowler Shoaib Akhtar. He uppercut Shoaib Akhtar for 6 for third man. He shared crucial third wicket partnership with Kaif, taking India past 100 in just the 11th over. Midway through his innings, Sachin suffered bout of cramps and needed a runner. His innings was cut short by a vicious short delivery from none other than Shoaib Akhtar. Rahul Dravid and Yuvraj Singh completed a memorable win against arch rivals Pakistan. Next best innings I would rate would be the 134 of 131 balls that Sachin made against Australia at Sharjah on 24th April 1998. In the final of the Coca-Cola Cup in Sharjah, India had to chase 273 runs against powerhouse Australia. Australian bowling lineup had many good fast bowlers in them. In the final, and that too in an era where 250 batting second was a daunting task, Sachin was at his majestic best. Sachin made 134 of 131 balls after Sachin got out at a team score of 248, and he ensured India a famous win in a final in Sharjah against the mighty Australians. The sixth best innings would be the 117 not out of 120 deliveries against Australia at Sydney in 2008. India reached the finals of CB series and were chasing 240 runs against the mighty Australians. Sachin was focused and determined as usual and was cautious initially. Sachin made first century in ODI cricket in Australia. Sachin took India home safely and ensured a famous win against Australians in Australia, that too in a CB series finals. Going down further, the next best innings would be the 143 of 131 balls against Australia at Sharjah on 22nd of April 1998. India needed a close win or a close loss against Australia to qualify for the finals of the Coca-Cola Cup in Sharjah. Australia made 284 courtesy of a brilliant century from ever dependable Michael Bevan. Sachin pulverized Australian bowling and nobody could escape his ire. Sandstorm disrupted play for a while. India needed 236 in 46 overs to qualify for the finals. Sachin got out on 143, which included 9 fours and 5 towering sixes. Though India did not win the match, the goal of qualifying for the finals was accomplished. Brilliant innings from a genius batsman who single-handedly destroyed the mighty Australians. The 8th best innings that I would consider would be the 82 of 49 deliveries against New Zealand at Auckland in 1994. New Zealand was all out for 142 runs only, and India were looking for sure shot and a comfortable victory. Sachin was playing as an opener in place of regular opener Navjot Singh Sidhu, who was injured, and the rest became history. As Sachin grabbed the opportunity with both hands and attacked the Kiwis and marked entry of most successful opener in the cricketing history. He made a fiery attack against the New Zealanders and he made 82 in just 49 deliveries. Going down further to the 9th best innings of the maestro, that would be the 90 of 84 deliveries against Australia at Mumbai in 1996. This was another tense World Cup match. Sachin started slowly, but soon started playing shots all over the park. Wickets were falling on one side, but Sachin was going more than 100 strike rate on the other side. When he got out on 90, rest of the team bowed down and India lost the match. So that was an innings on the losing cause. Last but not the least would be the 91 of 121 deliveries that Sachin made against Australians at Brisbane in 2008. In second CB series final, India decided to bat first on a tricky Brisbane pitch. Sachin held one end firmly, played cautiously by making small partnerships with everyone. Sachin fell on 91 when India's score was on 205 in the 48th over, and India were assured of a winning total from the master batsman. Thank you guys for watching my video on the greatest sporting icon of all time, the Master Blaster Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar. Thank you.